What about alcohol? How much can I have? Do I need to give it up? What if I don't want to give it up? I can't answer all of these questions for you, but I will give you the facts about alcohol as it relates to your fat loss and fitness and let you decide. I'm going to hit on three main points: calories, metabolism, and behavior. The main problem people point to with alcohol is empty calories, but honestly, this is probably the smallest issue. Empty calories are just calories with no nutritional benefit to our body. Alcohol has more calories per gram than carbohydrates and protein, but only 2 calories less per gram than fat. Fat has 9 calories per gram, alcohol has 7. Protein and carbs have 4. Since alcohol is in liquid form and does not provide nutrients or sustenance, it is very easy to overconsume a lot of it. Most 12-ounce beers are about 125 to 175 calories on average. A 5-ounce glass of wine, about 125 to 150. Just 2 to 3 glasses of wine, beer, or mixed drinks can add up to hundreds of additional unusable calories to a day. But as I said, the additional empty calories are the least of the issues, because theoretically, a person could offset the caloric intake via alcohol by eating less that day. However, we know fat loss is more complex than just calories in and calories out. If it weren't, then calorie counting diets and Weight Watchers would always work and not result in regaining fat, as they almost always do. The biggest issue with alcohol relates to its impact on metabolic health and fat metabolism. When alcohol enters your system, it becomes another source of energy. Remember, calories are simply a unit of energy. To use it, your body must metabolize it, just like fat, protein, and carbohydrates. The problem is that when alcohol enters your body must turn its full attention to metabolizing it. At any other time, your body is burning either carbs or fat for energy. But as soon as alcohol enters the scene, your body prioritizes it because it recognizes that alcohol is a toxin, a poison to your system. Your body immediately works to clear it, which blunts the burning of fat and carbohydrates. Simultaneously, you're consuming more dense, low-benefit calories. It takes about 10 hours to metabolize alcohol, which means those are 10 hours when fat and glucose metabolism are disrupted. Because alcohol is a depressant, it impairs metabolic performance. So over time, your metabolism simply won't function up to its potential. We also experience a reduction in levels of our sex hormones, particularly testosterone in men, and this is where the majority of sexual drive comes from. It disrupts our sleep, which raises cortisol, which accelerates fat gain. Then, of course, weekly consumption of alcohol destroys liver function. Here's how the body metabolizes alcohol in the liver. The hormone ADH is released, which metabolizes alcohol into the chemical compound ethanol. It then gets broken down into acetate, then CO2 and H2, and eliminated through breathing and peeing. This process takes 1 hour for just one alcoholic drink. Hence, the common recommendation that no one follows of waiting 1 hour between drinks. Ethanol leads to a negative nitrogen balance and increased protein turnover. Not good if you're trying to build or preserve muscle. Your liver is where your body processes and stores glucose. Inadequate liver function can lead to type 2 diabetes. Alcoholics are often malnourished because alcohol prevents the absorption of nutrients. Problem 3, lower inhibition. This is the behavioral. When we drink, inhibitions drop, and whatever food is around tends to get eaten, often the exact foods we're trying to avoid. If those foods are off-plan, highly refined, high in sugar or fat, the body will store them as fat because it's busy metabolizing alcohol. This, by the way, is also why mixed drinks and beer are especially problematic. You're consuming alcohol along with sugar, and in the case of beer, wheat, one of the worst carbohydrate sources for many people. The question that naturally follows this epiphany about beer and mixed drinks, because why avoid alcohol altogether, is it better to drink straight liquor? Short answer, yes. If you're going to drink liquor, have it straight or with non-caloric mixers. Bonus points if it doesn't have any additives, artificial sweeteners, or dyes. But good luck. Your primary options would be seltzer or soda water. If you're willing to accept that fat loss will be incredibly slow and difficult if you choose to drink regularly, and by regularly, I mean weekly, even if it's only a few, then I want to give you 2 practical tips to minimize the damage. Just like you should not drink and drive, you shouldn't drink and eat lots of food. When possible, don't drink until an hour or more after a big meal. Or after drinking, don't eat until an hour or more later. If you do have a drink with a meal, keep it to 1 drink and only eat protein and fat. Avoid carbohydrates. Think glass of wine alongside a nice big piece of steak or fish. When we consider these facts about alcohol's effects on fat loss combined with its impact on brain health, the best course of action is to avoid it. But if you're not going to avoid it, then you should limit how much of it you have and how frequently you have it.